Hi, welcome to Gary's Hobby Studio. In this video I'm going to go over some stuff that came in from Mantic Games for my The Walking Dead All-Out War miniatures game. Been waiting to get one thing for, well, both actually for a while. It was just a little too expensive, and Mantic just had a half-off sale on all their existing stuff, which I had everything else other than like some of the buildings, and I haven't really decided if I'm going to buy those, because once you put them together, if you don't glue them, yeah, you can tear them apart, but then you got to put them back together again. It's just, and I don't know if, because Marvel's Crisis Protocol is going to be the same thing, but I digress. Sorry. So let's go ahead and I will show you what I got today. So first thing is the Rosita. Oh, geez, I'm thinking too much Dragon Ball Z. The Rosita and Eugene expansion. I've been waiting for these for a while. And it came in today, which is fantastic. And here is the cards for Call to Arms for Rosita and Eugene. Now, the weird thing is they're larger versions of the ones for The Walking Dead, and I don't know if they're combining them. I have to email them because they should have had smaller... maybe these are... I don't know. I have to look at them because I know I have some, because some of the other expansions I had both. The ones for The Walking Dead and this, and I need to email them one way or the other. Are these now the way they're going to be for the Call to Arms, or what? Because I don't get it. But anyways, it tells you their stats. Like for him, he's support. He's no melee character, doesn't shoot, and he rolls a white for defense. Nerve low. Rosita's medium. She rolls a white die for melee, shoot, and defense. She's a tactician. And this is an event card, which I almost threw it on the floor. All's quiet, no effect. Discard this card and draw another. Medium to high threat. The player with initiative choose one of their survivors' low nerve or the lowest nerve possible otherwise. The survivor is controlled by the opponent for the rest of the game. They cannot make shoot or swap item actions and will only defend in melee. They can be made to leave the board, in which case any supply counters they were carrying are lost. So it's just, you draw it, and depending upon where the nerve is for the game determines which way this card's done. And then here's the characters themselves, their miniatures. Let's see if I can... practice it. There. And as you can see, here's their miniatures. They look in good shape. They don't look like anything's broke. And I'm really behind in my painting on stuff. My God, do I have a lot of painting. I'll probably post some of that on here. I don't know how much I'm going to. But anyways, the miniatures are really decent quality. I know some of the expansions I've been buying from them, for some reason, they've been like where you gotta assemble them and stuff, and I was like, okay, but then these come in their plastic, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. But that's one of the items. And I was able to get all the expansions for the way that Eugene and Rosita came out. The only problem is that they ran out of stock on the Rosita and Eugene expansion. I've been waiting forever. I want to say that by the time I noticed that Miniature Market had them back in stock, that's when Mantic Games had their sale, which was half off of, like I said, a lot of the older stuff, which I already had from the Kickstarter, and purchasing them when they released the other expansions, the other waves, and then they had like these special boosters for each of the waves from the Kickstarter. So if So if you got the whole thing, and I think there was 4 or 5 waves that came with the Kickstarter, then they had special other miniatures from characters from the comics that they didn't include in the Kickstarter that you had to buy whenever they released that wave. So when they released that wave, they go, here's one that wasn't a part of the Kickstarter. And then I, being a completionist, I'm not going to lie, had to buy it. So the other thing is the All Out War Anthology. Includes additional content for the Call to Arms and Here's Negan game, which I owned the Here's Negan because the Here's Negan had Negan in a different position, well, similar position, because one of the ones that came in the Kickstarter was him holding a hand grenade up in the air. This one, I think he's holding the bat up in the air, and one of the ones I have from the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo diorama, because you can remove him from it, has a bat that I think he's holding out, because it's the scene where he smacks and kills Glenn by beating him with the baseball bat. But this has supposedly, like, the rules have been updated, because it says right here in the book, all rules in this book have been fully updated and will override those found in any previously published All Out War rule books. So that means these rules take precedence over all the other expansion rule books and stuff like that. So that's nice that they've updated it for this anthology. Now, I did notice, because I was filming this and not actually filming at the same time, I didn't hit record. Dumb me. I have to look into it, because the campaign stuff, which should be similar to what comes in each expansion, because there's like the miles behind us and stuff like that, and it talks about the map campaigns and everything here, but see, here's the Days Gone By expansion, and I don't know if this is the same scenarios or these are new scenarios, but it uses those characters and stuff from that expansion. I have to compare the two. I just got this today. It's July 7th, which is why, and I'm filming this, and I didn't get a chance to actually, like, compare the two just to see. But now that I see it, I'm definitely going to compare it, see if it has the same names and everything, and there might be some differences where it says, like, starting threat 1. That's where the spinner dial is, and there's been some some 3D printable ones, which all right, but then there's, like, the miles behind us. It's the same thing. It talks about all this stuff, and I don't know if it's the same stuff. If it is, that's fine. I like that it's all in one book. I wish the digital was cheaper, because I would have rather had the digital version. That way I can put it on my tablet and not have this big, heavy book. But this is what came in today from Mantic Games. I like the All Out War. I played it. I had the Kickstarter. I can't remember if the Kickstarter finished and then it was like the next Origins where they had it, or it was that Origins that year. I can't remember, because it's been a couple of years now. But I did get a chance to play this at Origins Game Fair, and haven't played it since, because I haven't had anybody that wants to come over and play stuff. So anyways, but this was like, this book normally is like $39 or $40 some odd dollars. I got it for like $22, I want to say. This is $20 through Mantic's site. It's $16.99 through Miniature Market, and I got it for $10 because it was half off. It was like $9 something plus the shipping and stuff like that. So I mean, it's really nice. I like it. I don't know off the top of my head if I'm going to get into the Call to Arms. I do want to play the Here's Negan game at least once, see if I like it. But I'm probably going to use the miniatures for the All Out War, because I do like the way it plays. Especially during the Kickstarter, I saw the video films and stuff video clips that they have, and the people that were testing it. and I really like the game. That's why I spent a lot of money on it. Plus, they kept nickel and diamond. Hey, here's another expansion for X amount of dollars. Where I really like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. Both of them actually. The first one was cheap, and you either got the one pledge or like one pledge is where for the Turtles game, the first one is that some things would be in both, and some things would only be in the higher tier. So I went with the higher tier. I was like, hey, I'll go for the all in. I think it was like $150. Got a crap ton of stuff for that first game. And then they did the Kickstarter, the second Kickstarter. They actually upped the cost of the all in for like, I think it was like another $100, so it was like $250. We got that one because again, I'd rather just pay one price all in, and I think a lot of other people would too, rather than, oh, okay, well here's the starting pledge for this at $125. And okay, well, now that we hit this stretch goal, here's this expansion for another $50. And here's these terrain pieces, and you can get those for like $20. And it's just, ugh. I mean, and I understand, and like I said, I liked the game, I liked the way it looked, and I decided to go with it. I know I have a choice. I can either agree to pay for it or not. So it just depends on you and everything, and I get it. Things go by how like I said, my money spends other places. I could have not did it, but it's me. I mean, if the game's really good, the game's really good. The sad thing is that there's a Kickstarter coming up from Akron Studios, who makes the Wolfing my mouth is tired apparently. They make the Wolfenstein board game based off the video game. And unfortunately, it's only going to be done in Europe when their Kickstarter hits, which I think is stupid. Now, CMON is releasing a Masters of the Universe board game. I want to say, I can't remember when theirs goes off. I don't know if Akron Studios is July or August, or if CMON's Cool Mini or Not is July or August, but one of the two of them hits first, and then the other one hits after that. And I'm kind of hoping that I can get in on that, because I'd love to have both games. Because I want to see because both games are called two different ones. I know the Akron Studios is Fields of Eternia, and I can't remember what the CMON one is. But I'm sure the miniatures are going to be in different poses, maybe even different heights, different thicknesses. If the quality of the miniatures from Wolfenstein board game is going to be the same as that, I would love to get it. I don't know why. For some reason, they only got the license to sell it in Europe. I don't know if that had anything to do with CMON's of theirs. Again, I think it's totally stupid and retarded, but, I don't make the rules. I know they have to go by the licensing and stuff like that. It's like anything else, if you buy the movie rights, you can only do this and that with it. It's like anything else. But enough of my rambling. So yes, this is the stuff for The Walking Dead All Out War. If you like it, take a look at it. Go to either Mantic Games or go to Kickstarter and at least look at what the Kickstarter have, because I know they have the collector's edition, which has a lot of stuff, and I think they have a couple of expansions that, yeah, I got through the Kickstarter, but they now include it in the box. And the collector's edition, I think, has can't think of the guy's name. Dwayne was his son. I can't remember the guy's name. It was in the first episode of the TV series Walking Dead, where Dwayne came up and knocked Rick out with a shovel, and they tied him up and wanted to make sure that he wasn't bit or anything like that. Because they also have a Walker Dwayne. I think those pieces are in that game. So, but yes, enough rambling. I am done. So check it out if you want, or if not, that's fine. Depends on you. And as I always like to say, have a good day, guys, and take care.